And welcome to All Block Module 4, Unit 2, Lesson 2. This video goes with day 23 on your learning calendar. Today's learning target is I can read and analyze complex text. Take just a second to think about the learning target and rate your comfort level. Thumbs up if you feel confident in this learning target. Thumbs to the middle if you need more practice, and thumbs down if you need lots of help. Great job. I hope by the end of this lesson, everyone can give a thumbs up. For today's lesson, you will need the Real Lives Angola, Africa article, a pencil, and some notebook paper. The first thing good readers do is preview the text. Let's start by looking at the title. What does this title make you think about? Great job. The title, Real Lives Angola, Africa, makes me think that this might be a nonfiction text about life in Angola, Africa. Let's look at the map. What do you notice about the map? I notice that the country Angola is highlighted in dark blue. Do you notice anything else? Good job. The map also has a caption. The caption says, "This is a map of Africa. The country highlighted is Angola." Let's look at the next part of our text. What do you notice about this page? I notice a photograph of a girl. There is no caption, but it looks like she is using buckets of water. What connections to previous learning can you make about the girl using buckets of water? Great job. You're right. We have been reading about water and the importance of fresh water for the past few weeks. Here's the next section of the text. What do you notice about this page? I notice another photograph. This page has a photograph of a water faucet and washing hands. Here's our last page of text. This page has another photograph. What is different about the photograph compared to the photographs on the first two pages? What I noticed that is different is that this photograph doesn't include any water. The girl in this photograph has books. It looks like she might be going to school. Now that we have previewed the text, I think we have a good idea of what it might be about. Let's make a prediction. Based on what we saw when previewing the text, what do you think it will be about? Use this sentence frame to help you. Great job with your predictions. The prediction that I made was, I predict that this text is about how water is used in the real lives of people in Angola. Now let's read. I'm going to read aloud, but I want your eyes on the text too. You should be following along on the screen or on your own copy of the text. Real Lives, Angola, Africa. Real Lives Angola, copyright 2011, UNICEF, USA, used with permission. The subtitle tells us that this text comes from the UNICEF organization. The UNICEF's mission is to advocate for the protection of children's rights, to help meet their basic needs, and to expand their opportunities to reach their full potential. Let's look at the map again. From the map, we can tell that this article is going to be about a part of Africa, but not the entire continent. We are only going to be learning about one section of Africa. Let's read. Growing up in the Angolan village of Mabuya, 1 hour north of the capital Luanda, Fatima had to spend up to 4 hours each day collecting water from the river. It was a dangerous trek. One year, 7 of Fatima's friends were attacked by crocodiles, but the girls carried a much bigger danger back with them to the village. The water was polluted and spread disease. As a result, when Fatima herself was not sick, she had to spend many hours each week caring for sick brothers and sisters, and when she grew older, for her own sick children. Let's look back at those two paragraphs and make some notes. You can write your notes on the copy of your article or on your notebook paper. First, I want to look at some tricky words. Let's reread the first sentence. Growing up in the Angolan village of Mabuya, 1 hour north of the capital Luanda, Fatima had to spend up to 4 hours each day collecting water from the river. In the first sentence, we can see that Mabuya is a village in Angola, and it is 1 hour north of the capital, Luanda. Connect that back to what we know about from the map. We know that Mabuya is a village in Angola. The capital of Angola is Luanda, and Angola is a country in the continent of Africa. Let's keep reading. Fatima had to spend up to 4 hours each day collecting water from the river. It was a dangerous trek. One year, 7 of Fatima's friends were attacked by crocodiles. Based on this paragraph, who do you think Fatima is? That's right. According to this paragraph, Fatima is an Angolan girl who spends a lot of time collecting water. We don't know much about Fatima yet, but hopefully we will learn more. We read the second paragraph. But the girls carried a much bigger danger back with them to the village. The water was polluted and spread disease. As a result, when Fatima herself was not sick, she had to spend many hours each week caring for her brothers and sisters, and when she grew older, for her own sick children. One word I noticed repeated is danger or dangerous. According to the text, what dangers did Fatima and her friends face? I noticed that they faced several dangers, including crocodiles and water that was polluted and caused disease. Let's read the second part of the text. In 2000, the Angolan government and UNICEF teamed up to lay a pipeline from the river to the community at Mambuya. Latrines, wash basins, taps, and showers were then built, together with a filtering system to ensure every drop of water was drinkable. As a result, diarrhea rates dropped almost to zero, child deaths plummeted, and many girls, who no longer had to spend several hours every day carrying water, entered school for the first time. A community water and sanitation committee now maintains the system and teaches hygiene to the rest of the community. The first thing that I'm curious about in this section of the text is UNICEF. We noticed that UNICEF was referenced in the subtitle of the article. I'm wondering a little bit more about UNICEF. When I looked it up on Wikipedia, this is what I learned. The United Nations Children's Fund is a United Nations agency responsible for providing humanitarian and developmental aid to children worldwide. This is what the acronym UNICEF stands for: United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. According to the text, what did the UNICEF team help do? Great job! The UNICEF team helped the Angolan government lay a pipeline from the river to the community. They also built latrines, wash basins, taps, and showers. How did they make sure the water from the pipe was drinkable? Great job! I underlined filtering system. They added a filtering system to make sure the water was drinkable. Now here's a challenge. Name 2 changes that resulted from the new water pipe and filtering system. I'm going to read that again. Name 2 changes that resulted from the new water pipe and filtering system. The first change that I underlined was that child deaths plummeted. The second change that I underlined was that many girls entered school for the first time. There are even more answers that you might have found, but those are the 2 that I found. Let's continue reading. A neighbor of Fatima's 13-year-old Selena is one of those who has started going to school because of the pipeline. Previously, Selena's life had been dominated by collecting water. She had to walk to the river and back 3 times a day. Now she can do her chores in a fraction of the time, and her younger brothers and sisters are healthy, so she does not have to care for them. What do you think this paragraph is mostly about? That's right. Selena, Fatima's neighbor, is one of the girls who was able to start school. Let's keep reading. Unfortunately, Mabuya remains the exception rather than the rule in Angola. Almost 3 decades of war have left millions of people without clean water or basic sanitation. A huge task remains: drilling boreholes across the country, constructing major pipelines, establishing a national water education campaign, and providing water to schools. What do you think that paragraph was mostly about? I jotted down that this paragraph mentions millions of people in Angola still don't have clean water. Now we're at our last paragraph. Fatima may be one of the lucky ones, but the facilities she, her children, and Selena now have are not a luxury, but a necessity and a right. A mother must take care of her children, Fatima says, but we cannot do that when we only have dirty water. Jot down what you think this paragraph might be about. Make sure to look back in the text. Check to see if what you wrote is similar to what I wrote. I wrote that facilities provide clean water. I wrote facilities that provide clean water are a necessity and a right. Great job reading. Now that we have read the text, think back to your prediction. Was it accurate? Is there anything that you need to revise? I predicted that this text is about how water is used in the real lives of people in Angola. That wasn't completely wrong, but now that we've read the text, I know it wasn't completely right either. Take a minute to think about what you need to revise in your prediction. I wrote, I predicted that this text is about how water is used in the real lives of people in Angola. But now I know that this text is about how access to clean water improved the lives of the people of Mambuia. Great job revising your predictions. Now it's time to reflect on our learning. Our target for today was I can read and analyze complex text. How confident do you feel in this learning target now? Give yourself a thumbs up, thumbs to the middle, or thumbs down. Thank you so much for watching Day 23, Reading Complex Text. I look forward to seeing you for Day 24 when we continue with this article.